What's up, YouTube? Sorry I haven't made this video. It's been like 3 or 4 weeks since I said I'd make it, but today I figured I would because I'm about to go to work and I still have like 30 minutes before I need to roll out. So anyway, this video will be about lightening your dreads. The tips, the roots, the bodies, whatever. I lightened mine probably like in about 8 months. Just the tips though, with some like cheap bleach I bought from like CVS or Walgreens or wherever, Walmart. And it didn't do any, literally like anything except make it like one shade brighter, or lighter. So what I did is I went to my mom's house, got some of her bleach because she keeps a bunch of this like high-dollar stuff, and she let me use some of it. And since then I've probably bleached the tips maybe twice since that first time. The first time that I did them, I didn't do them fast enough, so the ones in the front were brighter because I got the bleach on and it sat on there for a while. And while I did the back, it took forever. So by the time that I got it all on, I had to pretty much wash it off, and the back wasn't as bright. Which you can't. If some of my videos, you can see when I turn around that the back isn't as bright. But I mean, I guess I did it since my last video. I guess I could show you real quick. I guess it's probably lighter. But yeah, the stuff I use, I don't know the name of it, but I wouldn't recommend buying anything cheap. Buy something that you have to mix. I think my mom got her stuff from Sally's Beauty Supply. So look into something that's not super expensive, but something that's legitimate that a hairdresser would actually use. I don't squeeze it like solid all the way into my dreads because I don't want to fry into the middle. I just do it for the, what I would do for the tips is I would put the bleach on, like one of my dreads, and I would get like a good amount of it on my fingertips and put it on, and then kind of like brush it up so it's not like a blonde, then a straight line, then dark hair. I would put it on and then kind of like wisp it up the top so it would put like little bits of bleach going up. That's what I would do. That's what I did for my tips to get them light. But the rest of my hair, I did something different. And usually the sun will lighten your hair over the course of like a summer or like a year or a couple summers. Your hair will get really light, even all the way to like this. If you're out there enough, it'll get real, really bleached, blondish. But I'm not out in the sun that much, so I didn't do that. That's why I bleached the tips and stuff. But there's a spray that you can get, and it's almost like a sun-in. It's like that sun-in spray, but the sun-in kind of like, I don't know, it doesn't have any good reviews, and it turns your hair like an orangish. It's not reliable, especially if your hair's like a darker, or like a different, more of a auburn type color. So I used it's called John Frieda lightening spray. It's like $8 at Walgreens, and it worked really well. I would do it. Usually every time that I would spray, I would do it twice. It tells you not to go out in the sun, but I would spray it on, and then what you're supposed to do is get a hair dryer, or I guess if you had straight hair, you could use a hair straightener, which I feel like that's too much heat. But and plus, if you have dreads, you can't really put a straightener in your dreads. But I would spray it on my head, or just on the tips, or I would just spray it on my hands and just like lightly rub it onto my hair, and not like really be paranoid about getting it like into the middle of my dreads. Just like with the bleach, I just want it on the outside of my dreads. And so I would spray it on my hair. The past, like, I've probably done that 4 times total, or maybe 4 to 6 times, because it doesn't really do much unless you, I mean, like, I guess if you were to blow dry it for like an hour or so, it would do more. But I didn't want to shock my hair, so I sprayed it on my whole head the past couple times, just because my roots are really dark, and it was kind of like a blonde and then like immediate dark. So I wanted the bodies to be a better fade from the blonde tip to the dark roots, and I kind of have like a light brown, dark blondish natural hair color, if you can see where my roots are. And so I want it to be a fade, so as it grows out, it'll kind of go from darker to fade, plus where the sun will do a little bit of lightening. So yeah, I recommend you can use that lightening spray if you want like a lighter effect. You don't want it to be super light, but you kind of want it one tone lighter. You could do that. I would do it right after I got out of the shower when they were still wet, because it says to do it when your hair is kind of moist. I did that, but I also did it right before I got in the shower. Like I would put it in, then blow dry it, then maybe spray it in again and blow dry it, and then get in the shower and wash it out. But I did notice that if you, if you do it right after the shower and you spray it on and then you blow dry it, and then it has those next couple of days to kind of do its effect type deal, it did lighten a little bit more. So that's how I lighten my dreads. Of course, you can always just put bleach all over your whole dreads. A lot of people will tell you not to do that though, because it can be really damaging. I mean, obviously bleach is definitely not healthy for your hair, but just be careful with it. Not everyone's the same. It won't ruin your dreads, but I mean it easily can ruin your dreads. So if you're gonna do it, maybe talk to someone who's bleached hair before. Whoever you know that might do that, like a hairdresser, and ask him how long you should leave it on. Maybe bring the stuff that you bought to that person and say, hey, how long should I leave this on my hair? If you want, you can focus on trying to rub the bleach in, like palm roll it real deep into your dreads. A guy that I know, he didn't rub it in real deep, or he didn't like rub it in real deep into his dreads, and so with time, I guess, his weren't very mature though, so they didn't turn out well. But I don't know, I guess if your dreads aren't as mature, maybe rub it in, like palm roll it in a little bit, but it's not really gonna be that big of a deal. And I didn't want to fry the inside, so that's why I didn't do it. But talk to a couple people on YouTube, see what they did, people that have bleached dreads or whatever. Well, I think that's about it. I don't want to keep just talking on. But guys, give me more ideas for videos, and I'll make some more videos for you guys. You know, I enjoy doing this whenever I can, so I try to answer just about every question that you guys ask in the comments or in the messages. So, and once again, please don't talk to me on my Facebook about dreads. I won't ignore you, but I'll tell you I'm not going to talk to you about dread stuff on Facebook. It might come off as rude, but I don't mean it to be rude. I don't want to answer a million questions on my personal page. So follow me on my Facebook or on my website at ColinJohnsonTattoo.com, or Instagram at Colin7777, 4 7s, not 3 like my YouTube. And you guys have a great day. And feel free to ask me whatever you want, and I hope this video helped.